Sakura again. And this is my husband who's really embarrassed and shy, but isn't he cute? Today we're going to Today we're going to be making Italian meatballs. Paul is Italian and he's going to coach me. Okay, so what do we do first?
So the first thing you do is we have all our ingredients out. First of all, you gotta make sure you have everything. So you have ground meat. You can use either ground beef or ground turkey. We prefer ground beef because it's juicier, but turkey's a healthier alternative.
Still tastes good too, by the way.
And still tastes good as long as you season it well enough. When it comes to the ground beef, make sure you use something that is either like 80 or 85% lean, just so that it stays juicy. Then you got a couple eggs. That'll depend on how much meat you got. We have some fresh parsley. You can use dried is fine. Salt and pepper. And we have some garlic, because it's Italian, you need garlic. So a few cloves of garlic, if not more. And some grated cheese, and of course some breadcrumb.
Stinky cheese.
It's not stinky cheese.
It's stinky feet cheese.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the ground beef, place it in the bowl.
Make sure you have no jewelry for this.
Yep.
It's going to get messy.
Yes. Probably going to have to wash your hands a few times so you don't cross-contaminate. That's very important.
Okay.
And of course you're going to need a handy-dandy mixing bowl.
Dun, 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 dun.
So that goes in there. Then you could crack your eggs.
Let's see if I could do both hands. Am I skilled? Yeah!
Look at that. My wife is fancy.
Oh! No, not that fancy.
Not.
Ah!
That's okay. That happens. As long as you don't have
any shells in there? No, I don't.
No, she's good.
For those of you who like to garden, I like to take fresh eggshells, crush it up, and then you could stick it in any type of dirt. Coffee grinds is always good too, but it's way too cold for this.
Next thing we gotta do Okay. Now we can toss in our
parsley?
Parsley, sorry.
All of
what it's
it?
called. Yep, all that parsley.
The green stuff.
The greens. And make it taste good. And then we can chop up our
garlic. Now I showed everyone this handy dandy little gadget before.
We like to be fancy and like to chop our own garlic.
I just told them the truth that we have a small kitchen and there's no counter space.
That is very true. The alternative to this, of course, is you can buy the chopped garlic. Or worst case scenario is you use garlic powder, but there is nothing like
fresh garlic
in your meatballs. You will taste the difference.
Also to keep the vampires away.
If you believe in such things.
Oops. I'm rinsing garlic. Ooh. Boy, that smells good.
Smells just like a meatball should. Now, as you can see, a lot of this stuff is eyeballed. That's how I learned from my mother. Another thing that you can do if you don't want to use breadcrumb is if you have some leftover Italian bread, you can soak that in water, squeeze the water out, and then break that into pieces and add that into your meatballs as a binder.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. It's kind of the old-fashioned way.
Is it better drier or?
Depends on your preference. If you're going to use bread, you gotta soak it.
One more.
Otherwise, just use bread.
I put 2 garlics in there. Maybe we'll do another one.
Yeah, we'll do those couple pieces that are right there.
Couple pieces of 4. Okay. 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Lots of garlic gives a good flavor.
Make your bread stinky.
Mm-hmm. But it's good for you.
Yes, it is. And we learned that during our scary killer flu season this year.
Yep.
Garlic, lemon, what was the other one? Ginger?
Some say you should just eat the garlic straight, but I prefer to put it on bread and make garlic bread. Not only does it taste good, but it is good for you. That you gotta load up with a lot of cloves.
I see a pattern forming. Bread, garlic, bread, garlic, bread, garlic.
That's the Italian way.
Pasta. Okay. Let's not be dangerous here.
You want to make sure you get as much of that garlic out so you're not missing any.
Okay. Done.
Alright, now we can crack some fresh salt and pepper. Since you're putting in cheese, you want to make sure you go a little easier on the salt, because the cheese has some salt in it.
Breadcrumbs?
Right, yep.
Okay.
And lastly, cheese.
Okay.
Just a little. That's good.
Ugh. Oh, I'm telling you, it smells like stinky feet.
No, it's good cheese.
Okay.
To each his own. Next thing we do is use your hands and combine it all together.
Ooh. This is fun. Blah.
You gotta work it really good. Make sure you get the eggs combined in there, the breadcrumb in there, get it nice and somewhat uniform, form it into a nice ball. You want it to be moist, but not too slick. If it's too dry, you're gonna need another egg. If it's too moist, just a little bit more breadcrumb.
And I believe it is too moist. We're gonna need a little bit more breadcrumb.
Just a tad.
Yeah, it's a little.
I'll assist.
Can you? Wow, thank you. Bring on the Italian. That's it? Really? Okay.
Almost like you're kneading dough.
I think that's good.
step over to the stove. We're gonna
first wash my hands.
She's gonna wash her hands. As she washes her hands, I'm gonna get the stove going. You want to make sure you get it nice and hot. Some prefer to bake it, which you can bake them. But the nice thing about using the stovetop is you can test one of them out just to make sure that it's seasoned the way you like, that it has good flavor. We're going to grab some olive oil. Definitely recommend using a non-stick pan so your meat doesn't stick. Some right here.
Again, very tiny kitchen. But doable.
So we're going to take a small piece, that way it cooks quick. And roll it. You want to make sure it's a little flat. Almost like a little hamburger. That way it cooks a little more evenly. Make sure our pan's nice and hot. And give it a little while to cook. You want to make sure you cook it all the way through. Alright, time for our taste test. Grab our fork.
Can I join?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Make sure it's cooked all the way through.
Yeah, this one could have used a couple more minutes, but they're test subjects, so we'll just leave it.
Verdict?
Spot on.
I want to taste it. Okay, that's yummy.
Yeah, that's really good.
Alright, so now we can cook all the other ones, right?
Yep.
Oh, look at that garlic.
Can't miss that.
Wait, who says you get to eat it?
Me.
Is that fair? Need something?
Yeah.
Like what?
Needs maybe a little more garlic, a little more cheese.
A little more cheese? A little more garlic.
More garlic, a little more cheese.
Alright. Alright, more oil?
Yep.
Oil. Ooh, that's hot.
That's
Good?
Good. Yep.
Oh, that's hot.
Second, yeah, it's doing that. We're gonna start forming our meatballs. We're gonna make them on the smaller end, just so they cook quicker. Again, a little on the flatter side. Now, what some people like to do, depending on the day, is they'll add this to their sauce or gravy, whatever you want to call it. That's another vlog for debate. If you do so, you don't need to cook them all the way through, because they'll cook longer in the sauce, and that will give your sauce some more flavor. So essentially, the amount of time that we cooked that little test one for, that's how long you can cook the regular ones. That little pink in the middle, that'll cook out as you...
So the amount of time that we cook the test subject, we could stick it in the sauce afterwards?
Yep.
Okay.
You also want to make sure you don't overcrowd your pan, or else the pan gets too full. It takes everything longer to cook.
Flip it yet? Alright, and this is the final product. Juicy meatballs with leftover baked ziti. We're frying up our last 3 meatballs, and that's it. So if there's something that you would like for us to try and make, just let us know and we'll try and deliver. Enjoy! Hi again. This is my lovely husband, Paul.
Okay, stop.
Come on.
That was really